This is an analysis from Alpha Business Media. Today, we're diving into the reinvention of Nepal's craft heritage, a fascinating story of how ancient skills are being redesigned for the modern global economy.
This is the soul of a nation, really, expressed in metal, clay, and thread. But that timeless image of Nepali heritage, it's now standing at a crossroads, facing a really complex set of 21st century challenges that threaten its very existence. To really get a handle on this, you have to understand that the crisis facing the nation's craft sector isn't just a set of isolated problems. No, it's an interconnected system that has trapped artisans in a cycle of vulnerability. On one hand, you've got this intense market pressure from cheap, mass-produced goods, which is just driving prices down. On the other, there's a generational crisis because young people, well, they just don't see a future in the craft. And then, underpinning it all, you have these deep structural weaknesses, like poor infrastructure and a lack of real government support. And here's the thing. These threats don't just exist side by side, they actually feed on each other. All of this combines to create what you can only call a vicious circle of devaluation. What's really critical to grasp is how these factors lock together, creating a self-perpetuating cycle that is incredibly difficult to break. So, how does it work? Well, it begins with that market pressure, which forces wages down. That low pay naturally makes the profession unattractive to the next generation, so they leave for other work. This leads to a critical loss of skills, and just as importantly, the ability to innovate. And finally, a weakened, less innovative sector just can't compete, which only reinforces those low wages, and the whole cycle starts over again. This whole outflow has created a very specific, very critical problem for the industry, something we're calling the artisan crunch, an acute shortage of skilled talent that puts centuries of knowledge at risk. But a new generation of entrepreneurs is refusing to let this legacy just fade away. They are breaking this cycle by strategically and brilliantly innovating tradition. So how exactly are they doing it? Let's look at some key innovations in 3 core sectors, and we'll start with textiles, where 2 very different strategies are finding huge success in the global market. So you've got 2 paths to creating value. On one path, there's Muku Boutique. Its value proposition is built on authorship and exclusivity. The founder works directly with weavers to create these unique, contemporary designs that simply can't be copied. Then, on the other path, you've got Shangra Pashmina. This is a collective trademark, and it builds value through origin and authenticity. It's a guarantee of genuine, high-quality pashmina, and it's fighting back against a market that was once flooded with fakes. We're seeing a similar evolution transforming the ceramics sector. It started, of course, with functional earthenware from ancient pottery squares. Then, back in 1985, a company called Themy Ceramics pioneered modern, high-temperature stoneware for a global audience. A huge leap. Fast forward to today, and you have digital platforms like Nepal. They act as curators, handling the marketing and logistics, and maybe most importantly, telling the artisan's own story directly to the consumer. These examples really paint a picture of the diverse strategies being used across the board. You've got Caligar reframing heritage motifs for modern luxury, and then you have Lotus Sky, which is pioneering a whole new approach to compensation. And that last point is absolutely crucial, because this new model fundamentally redefines what fair pay even means. And this brings us to the concept of the savable wage. Now, this goes way beyond a simple living wage. The idea isn't just to cover current expenses. It's designed to be enough for artisans to cover all their needs, yes, but also to save and to invest in their future, in their children's education, in their own growth. It's a direct mechanism for breaking that poverty cycle we saw earlier. Okay, so we're seeing all these diverse tactics across different sectors. But what is the common thread? What really connects these successful, yet very distinct, innovators? The answer lies in a business model that fundamentally redefines the entire relationship between profit and purpose. This new blueprint, it's all rooted in social entrepreneurship. And this blueprint provides a systemic solution to the very problems we identified right at the start. It's a model where social impact and profit are treated as equal, completely inseparable partners. Think about it. This model directly confronts every one of those core challenges. Instead of low wages, it champions fair and savable wages. Instead of exploitative intermediaries, it builds direct supply chains. It tackles the skills shortage head-on by investing in training. It builds powerful global brands on a foundation of ethics. And, critically, it empowers women who make up the vast majority, 80% of Nepal's artisans. So, what this really proves is that Nepal's craft heritage is not dying. Not at all. It is being actively and successfully reinvented. This revival isn't just some hopeful theory for the future, it is happening right now. And here is the key takeaway. The fusion of heritage with modern ethical business strategy is creating a powerful and sustainable new value proposition. The social mission isn't just a feel-good add-on, it has become a core market advantage. This transformation happening in Nepal really offers a powerful model for heritage industries all across the world, turning craft into an engine for equitable development. And it leaves us with a final thought to consider. Is it possible that the future of sustainable business is not just smart, but handcrafted?